All right, let's see if we can get this thing going here. My first time ever on this platform, so bear with me. Hey, how's everyone doing today? Let's go ahead and get some knives out here. Hey, RJ, how you doing? Joe, what's going on? James, Ray, Caffeine Fiend, User One, Playosaurus, Brandon's son. We had a lot of people in here, it looks like. Is everyone catching the stream? Looks like for me, yeah, good first turnout. Yeah. You know, it's weird because on my end, it looks like one person's in, but I see a whole bunch of people in the chat. So it's my first time on the platform. Figured I'd give it a go. Let me go ahead and see if I just kind of want to test a little bit and see if I can add stuff as we go. It looks like I can. Okay. All right. So let me know if you guys see something that you want to bid on, but otherwise I'll just go ahead and talk about some knives here. We got the Microtech MSI. We've got the Spyderco Native. And this is the fluted CF version showing 26 viewers. Yeah, I don't know why it still shows one on mine. A little bit weird. This is the Chisel Grind Chavez. This is the 229 Rendition, the kickstop version. Pretty cool. Got the Benchmade mini Bugout. Benchmade tagged out. By the way, I've had a lot of people commenting recently on the MSI. Interestingly, I was able to get this fail on the spine whack test. Still incredibly solid. But a whole bunch of people have been commenting on the spine whack test. This has been whacked against a tree just because everyone was, commenting on it thanks to Neves' video, and it held up pretty good. Did not have any issues, but eventually I was able to get it to fail off video. In the video, I mean, I was wailing on it, did not get it to fail, but it has zero issues with lockup. So yeah, I agree. It's a super silly test. The only reason I did it was because everyone was making it a thing, but it is not a test that anybody really should be doing. It'll never come up, in a million years in actual use. Here's a Spyderco Civilian. You guys ever seen the Civilian before? This thing is wicked, absolutely wicked. This thing is the Black Talon. I also have, actually. I don't know where that is right now, but the Black Talon from Cold Steel is very similar, but this thing will tear through some meat. Let's just say it that way. If I'm doing something super wrong, it might fail. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you're doing something that it wasn't designed to do, then it definitely could fail. How do I feel about the tagged out? So the tagged out actually is a fantastic knife. I absolutely love the tagged out. I actually like it better than the bug out. A lot better than the bug out, actually. The only thing about the tagged out, and I'll go ahead and pull out of my drawer here. Hold on. Get the drawer in front of here. So I've got 3 versions of the tagged out. So I'm hanging on to this one because I really like the thumb stud version. And the thumb stud version is just, it's a great user. I'm a thumb stud guy. If you guys, you guys who like Spyderco and the Spidey holes, this one's totally fine. And obviously the CF and MagnaCut version is the one that's just, it's the prettiest. I actually haven't used this one pretty much at all as far as I remember. I think it's pretty much brand new. The only reason I haven't used it is because the finish is too nice to use, and I already have 2 other versions. So yeah, I like the tagged out a lot. I think it's probably, I mean, at this point in Benchmade's lineup, as far as EDCs go, it's definitely top 3, if not, a little bit higher. So fantastic EDCs. Got little Emerson action here with the sheepdog. Spyderco pits. You guys ever seen the Spyderco pits? It's kind of got that that spine lock where it's like a slip joint. The green's good looking. Yeah, on the tagged out. Yeah, I like the green. The Spyderco Pits is titanium. It's got this strap lock, I think is what it's called, and the Chris Reeve tie lock, I believe, had a similar lock. And this is just a really cool knife. If you guys like a lot of belly on your blade, this is a really good one, and it's obviously made for those UK people where it's non-locking, but it does have a stop essentially here. Don't take my advice though for UK, whether it's UK legal. Got the Wee Ziphius here. And you guys tried Wee knives lately? I'm feeling like the finish has gotten a lot better on Wee knives than it had a couple years ago. The finishing on it, but on certain ones, they're just sort of interchangeable, I think. So if you don't have one, I would definitely suggest this is a great one to pick up. But if you have one, obviously you don't necessarily need another one because a lot of them are pretty much the same. You have that same Ziphius? Yeah, the action on this is absolutely butter. It's crazy smooth. Crazy smooth on that. It's probably my second favorite button lock right now behind the Mordax. The ProTech Mordax is just excellent. Let me see if I can grab my Mordax. I had it today. Where'd I put it? So this one's not for sale, but it's like a modded Mordax with thumb studs. Flip or delete. Yeah. This one, just butter action on this. What do you guys think of Wee versus Rayot? These are made by Rayot, obviously. This is Wee. By the way, if you guys see something you want over here, all you got to do is let me know that you want it, and I can put it up and actually start an auction on it. I know a lot of you guys might not have used the platform before, but basically I just put up the knife and I know I'm simulcasting essentially to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, by the way, I can't see your comments. Come over to Whatnot. Let me see if I can turn on YouTube while we're doing this. Your Mordax is special edition from CCKS. It's numbered. Yeah. I wouldn't do that with a numbered one. Rayot gets more accolades because they OEM so much. Quality feels really close. Yeah, I think so. Oh, the opening bids of the knives. Okay, so let me go ahead and go through some of the opening bids of the knives while I'm trying to log on to YouTube here. And sorry, guys, this is my first time doing this. And because I'm on really one device over here, it's kind of hard to... Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so for the Wee Ziphius, you know what? I'll do a starting bid of... if people are interested, if I have more than one person interested, I'll do a starting bid of 150 on this. I believe they're like 250 or 300 or something. The police... Can I show the police next to the 20.5 for a size comp? Oh, yeah. By the way, I have a lot of these knives uploaded, but I didn't know on the app I need to upload them ahead of time. So we're going to try to do this. So this is the police. It's a freaking big knife, and it's got a lot of... This one's got a lot of patina. It's K390. It's I bought it as a user from somebody. And here's the 80-20.5 for size comp. Massive difference. Yeah, I'm going to try to upload as I go for some of them. Yeah, the Ziphius. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's like $300. I'll start it at 150 if people want to bid on it. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of curious if we can get a couple people bidding. So just let me know if you guys want to bid on the Ziphius. This one, by the way, the Demco 20.5, 80-20.5. This is the Knife Center version in 3V and titanium. So I think this was like 300 something originally. This one I'll put up. I think I have for like 175 or something as the starting bid. I can't remember exactly what the starting bid is, somewhere around there. I was just uploading them really quickly before we were starting because I didn't know that I had to upload them ahead of time. Oh, you have that exact 20 and a half? Yeah, it's a great one. Box and docks for each. So I'll tell you if I don't have, tell me which knife you're interested in. I have box and docks for like, I would say 90% of what I have. Like this police, for example, doesn't have box and docks because it was somebody's user and it just doesn't. But almost everything else does. There's a couple things here or there, like some of the tops knives, the fixed blades. The tops knives don't come with box and docks; they just come in a bag usually. So those are not going to have it. So I've got, for example, the tops the tops cut 4.0, right? So this came in a bag, so it's going to have the sheath, and it's not going to have the it's not going to have a box. But everything else, the Chavez, is going to have box and docks. All the Benchmades are going to have box and docks. Most of the Spydercos are going to have box and docks. So I'll let you know if there's one that doesn't. Let me see. Let's get a couple of fixed blades on here. Some interesting ones. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen this? I think it's called the Q from Rec. Just a cool grind on these Rec knives. These are like, I think this was like 350 or 400 originally. So I would put this up. I think I listed it for like 250 or something to see what to get the bidding started. Bark River Bushcrafter. These are Sure Touch scales. Yeah, Josh is crazy with his grinds on Rec knives. I've got a couple of his knives. Actually, the Rec Ember 3.5, I think, is my favorite overall daily carry fixed blade. This is a Bark River Bushcrafter prototype, I believe. At least that's what I was told. I think the box is a prototype style box, but obviously you can see the handle's a little different than what ultimately came out of Bark River as the Bushcrafter. So kind of a cool piece of history, assuming that's what it is. I've been told that's what it is, and it looks like that's what it is from the box, but it's not. The box on that one is, I think, handwritten, so because it's a prototype. Got a Bark River JX6 with mammoth scales. This is I think it's like a $500 knife, but I'd probably start it at 350, see what happened. If anybody's interested in some high-end stuff, I've got some Conegarius action over here. Let me know if you guys want to see more stuff in the $100 to $300 range or the $500 to $1,000 range. American Blade Works Model 2. Conegarius. This is a DLC. Actually, it's a full DLC handle. This is an aftermarket scale from Shepherd CC. Let's see. Here is a Hogue Deca Scorpion Edition. American Made Spyderco. Sure. It's Rockwell. Did you deal with Shepherd or get it that way? Curious work doing business with him. I bought other stuff from Shepherd. This one I got with the knife, but generally Shepherd has given me good scales, but they take a while to get to me. Is kind of what I would say. So, but I've bought directly from him before. Let me see American Made Spyderco. So American-made Spyderco, we've got the Spyderco Native that I showed earlier. We've got, I'll put this up, Scorpion Para 3 and 10V. Let's see. I'll also put up, if the Scorpion and 10V doesn't sell, I would sell this one instead. This is Rock Scale Design Scales on a Maximate Para 3 with a Lynch clip. I believe the, yeah, this has the gray G10 scales originally. I think I still have those scales. This is a user. This isn't like new. Let's see. That might be it for American-made Spyderco. I've got the Civilian here. I believe is American. Is that? No. No, Civilian's Japan-made. Is this American-made? No. So I've got a bunch of the Taiwan ones. This is the Step Titanium Chaparral. So got the Step Titanium Chaparral. This is discontinued, obviously. What's the start on the Scorpion? You know what? I'll run the Scorpion starting at 150, just to get us started. Let's pop a cherry here. 150 on the Scorpion. You guys want to see it? There is a military too. You're right. Sorry, got too many knives on the table. Here's a military too. The military too is also like new. I have a titanium military, so I haven't really used this much. I just kind of wanted to see what the compression lock was on the military too. But another US made. This light is harsh. Let me see if I can turn this down. Is that better? All right. So that's what I have there. Let's see what else. Benchmade tagged out. Look at all those holes. Let's see. Guys, by the way, I want to acknowledge everyone on YouTube. I can see the comments on YouTube. It's very hard to look at both comments at once. So if you guys are on Whatnot, great. If not, then I will check back on YouTube every once in a while to check the comments. Top Dog, I see you, by the way. All right, let's see. Benchmade tagged out, yeah. So here's the Benchmade tagged out 1 and Benchmade tagged out 2. The carbon fiber that Benchmade does on this tagged out, really premium. I think they do some of the best carbon fiber in the industry. Run the 1. What's the 1? Start on the gray Para 3, this one. Well, the Rock Scale Design scales are like 100 by themselves, and the knife is like 200. So since it's a user, why don't we start it at 200? There's a Lynch clip on here. This is what's the start on this one? Is that what you guys asked? You want to run the Scorpion? All right, let's run the Scorpion. Go ahead and put in the comments what you wanted to know on the tagged out while I'm doing this. See if we can get the Scorpion up here. All right, I've got the Scorpion. It's listed at 100 start. Oh, the tagged out is 100 start. Yeah, that's fine. So we can run the tagged out at 100 start, but I'm going to run the Scorpion first. You guys ready to run the Scorpion? I'm going to run it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we got 150. Don't let it go for 150, guys. All right, Rick Sis, thank you for your bid. Caffeine Fiend. Caffeine Fiend's winning 170. Rick Sis back 180. Caffeine Fiend 190. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Congrats, Caffeine Fiend. All right, awesome. All right, let's run something else. Let's run. You guys want me to run the? By the way, you guys on YouTube, check out how this is working. Let me know if you guys want to check this out as well. All right, let's run the. Oops. Oh, we're running the pits. No, let me see if I don't know if I can cancel that. Well, so if anyone wants to get the pits, I accidentally ran it. I guess I don't know how to use this platform so well. This is the pits. Let me see if I get the pits. 13 seconds left if someone wants to bid on it. Otherwise, it'll just be a no sale. Oh, someone's running. RJ. RJ sees the value, guys. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah, he knows the value on this thing. This thing was like 300 normally, I think. So definitely thank you for the purchase. We've got these two. I'll go ahead and put these aside. Congrats on your first buy, guys. Let me see if... How do I run the... Here we go, shop. Let's run the tagged out. All right, let me go ahead and put the tagged out back up. All right, you guys ready for the tagged out? Let's go. Starting at 100 bucks. Like I said, this is one of the best EDCs that the Benchmade makes right now. And 154 CM, great steal for everyday carry. At 115, Jotto's winning. 13 seconds, 125. Joe, thanks for the bid. Smokey, 42, 135. Still a steal right now. Still a steal. 145, Ray. Still a steal, guys. All right, Ray. Congratulations on your first win. All right. Let's see. Next one. Yeah, Benchmade does do 154 CM right. That's 100% right. Go ahead and put these to the side so we know which one sold. Does anyone want to see the Buck Spitfire Buck of the Month? Yeah, you blame Benchmade's 154 CM for getting into knives. Which knife was it? Was it the Griptilian, the old 940? What got you in? Anyone want to run this K390? By the way, this is okay. So this is a $300 knife. This is the G10 version of the K390 Police. The 707 sequel. Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie. So this K390 Police is slip joints. So that that Pitts knife was a slip joint. I don't have slip joints today. I will run slip joints at another knife show I have several of them I could list. I just don't have them with me today. I have a bunch of GECs and some other things that I could run. I've also, I believe I have some case. So I'll run those on another show. But this K390 Police this is the G10 discontinued version. If you guys are, like a big knife that you can keep around the shop, this is a great value because of the patina and use on this thing. I think I'm running it at like $100. So let's find something else. You guys want stuff that's high end? Let's try running something higher end just to see what happens. Anyone want to run this? This is a Rip Knives Russo. Nice Damascus clip here. There is a scratch on the clip. You can't really see it too well here. There you go. You can probably see it right there. Scratch on the clip. And otherwise, a nice barked finish. It's got this really cool grind here. This one is, I believe, an $1,800 custom. And I can run it at $1,150 to see if anyone wants to bid. You guys want to see this one? Let's see. Also got a... You need to stay married. Yeah. Another high-end one. If you guys... I don't know if you guys want high-end. Here's Damascus inlays. Damascus pivot. This is called a cracked ice finish on the blade. This one is another... I think this was like 1650 or 1700 originally. Could run this at 1,000. All right, let's go back to production knives. Let's see. Does anyone want to run the Chavez or the Weeziphius? Someone shout out something when you see something you want. Hogue Deca. This is chisel grind, by the way. Joy Johnson on YouTube says, is there any cheap OTF knife I recommend? Axial's pretty good, and so is the Kershaw Livewire. So that's what I would recommend there. What's the start on the Deca? So the Chavez, I'll start the Chavez at 200. I think this is like 285 or 300 something like that. I think it's 350. I think it's 350 normally. So I'll start it at 200 and see what happens if you guys want on the Chavez. This is like 300. I would start this at 200 also. The carbon fiber. So this one is 340 normally, and I'll run it at I think I have it at 225 running. I forgot what I listed it at, but I'll have to check. I think I had it running at 225. These are all running auction style, so the best offer, it's not really a best offer situation. I could do, if you guys have an offer you want to make on something offline, you can always email me at triple.e.edc@gmail.com if it doesn't sell. This is the American Blade Works Model 2. Benchmade mini Bugout. Yeah, like I said, I'm willing to put these up. It's running auction style, so it's not a sale price at 200, but I'll put it up for 200, and it could sell at 200 if no one bids. So let's see. Anyone interested in the Spyderco Native, the Spyderco Chaparral, Emerson Sheepdog, Tactile Rockwall, No, you don't go to the shop and buy them. This is for auctions essentially. We're gonna start. I start out the price. I have a starting bid essentially. So I'll run it. Tell me which one you like. Joe, you want me to run the pink bug out? I could run the pink bug out. This is starting at $100. So let's go run the pink bug out. Let's do that. So just watch this one, and you'll sort of see how this thing works. But you log in with your card, and you bid it up. And if you win, I ship out the knife, and it kind of works like eBay a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. All right, starting at $100. Joe's winning at 100. This thing's a steal at 100. Blade Runner HQ. Joe's back on top. Clint's winning right now, 125. It's pretty much new. Joe's back on top, 135. 4 seconds. Vancy trying to steal it. 145, 3 seconds. Clinton back on top, 155. Looks like Clinton's going to get it. Clinton, congrats on the purchase. Thank you for your first purchase. All right, we'll put that one off. All right, let's see what's next. Anyone want to run the other one? Let me know if you want to run the other one. Here's another one that, if you guys like the smaller knives, Spyderco Techno 2. This has the same finishes as the original Sleege Bowie. It's a Sleege design. I just love holes. Oh my gosh. Let's see. We will run. I'm wondering if I don't know if I'm allowed to run these on here, but I have a paperweight. If Zach's watching, Zach, am I allowed to run these? Here's another fixed blade right here. It's not a Benchmade. This is a TRC, Millie Corey. Fixed Benchmade. I don't think I have fixed Benchmade with me today. I do have some, but not with me today. Anyone want fixed blades? I've got Bark River Phobos Legion. This is a discontinued. Phobos became their own company. Didn't use Bark River after this to make their knives. But this is a beast of a knife. Got a really good review by Prepared Mind 101 when it first came out. And it's a user, you can see from the sheath. Anyone want a Bark River custom shop? stowaway. Let's see. You guys are looking for Benchmades. Let me see if I have some more Benchmades I'll get rid of. So hard to part with my Benchmades. I think I'm going to hold on to those. Okay. Let's see what else I got. So I know I can't do a... There's no OTFs on here, by the way, but I think I can do this. This is not a knife. This is a pry bar. So if anyone wants this, let me know. Zach, don't yell at me if but I think that it's a pry bar. It's not a knife, so hopefully it's fine. You want to see the Spitfire? Let me see the Spitfire. This is a buck of the month. The start on this pry bar, how about we do it at 80 bucks? These are 120 normally. This is a buck of the month. I think these ran 150 normally. And they're super collectible. I'll run this at 100 if you guys want. S45 VN, boss heat treated. Yeah, it's kind of a weird piece. It really fires out nice though. I will say the edge here is a little sharp right there, but it really fires out nice. Oh, I did find another Spyderco I can sell here. Another American-made one. Yojimbo 2, DLT exclusive. This is the one that comes with the brown scales, CPM 20 CV. This has rock scale design titanium scales. The scales are snail trailed a little bit, but the scales themselves are about 100 115, 120 bucks or something. And then the knife itself is like 200 bucks. I'll run this whole package at 200. Let me know if you guys want me to run this. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, it's a good price. If you guys are interested, it's a great price. Do it? All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and add this in. If anyone knows a faster way to do these, I would definitely be interested to hear the faster way to do this, but I don't really know, so we're going to do it this way. All right, let's go ahead and run this, starting now. CPM 20 CV, DLT exclusive. I do have the original scales on this. So far, we got one bid, 200. Great price. Joe recognizes a value in this. Don't let it go too cheap now. The scales itself is like 120 bucks. And this is the 20 CV exclusive. Joe, you won. Great pickup on this. Great pickup. Nice. Okay. What's next? Let's run. How about this? I don't have any Shiros. Here's a Spyderco Mule Team. S45VN. Scales by Dane Gavrilovsky. Beautiful stabilized wood scales. You guys want to run this? Think I got this running at 100? I believe the scale work on this alone was pretty expensive. Thanks, Disrupt. Welcome, Customary. All right, let's try running this and just sort of see what happens. All right, it's live. Neck knife size fixed. Yeah, I do have one that I can run in a little bit. The neck knife that I have with me, well, it's neck knife sized, but it's not really a neck knife. No one bidding on it? All right, there's going to be no sale, I think. All right. So this one is a Bark River custom shop stowaway. Definitely not a cheap one since it's a custom. But if you guys are interested, I can run this. I believe these stowaways are like 500 plus bucks. Let me see if I can run it without losing my pants at like 450. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. If more than one person's interested, I'll run it at 400. No? Okay. Let's see what else I got here. Titanium Arcade. Anyone want to see some Hinderers? SOCP dagger? No, I don't have an SOCP dagger. Anyone want to see some Hinderers? Like some 18s? This is a skinny. This is actually the COVID skinny. I don't know if you guys know the story behind this, but when Rick closed up the shop because they were not allowing people to come to work, he made them himself because his employees weren't allowed in, so he was the only one allowed in his shop. And so he made a run of skinny skinners himself and marked them with COVID-19 RH. Kind of a cool piece of history. Let's see. These no auto rules are killing me. I've got a lot of autos here. All right, does anyone want a Hogue Misto? Hogue Misto. Emerson Sheepdog. Spyderco military. Fairly certain we can show and talk about them, just no sales. All right, yeah. So if you guys are, all right, so I'm happy to talk about them, guys, and not just do sales. What do you guys want to see me talk about? You guys have seen a lot of knives on here. Happy to just talk about them. We've got the Hogue Misto here, Emerson, Spyderco Military 2, Benchmade tagged out, Hogue Deca. What do you guys want to hear more about? Microtech. So I've got an amphibian. Let me see if I have it here to sell. I can also talk about the amphibian. The only Microtechs I got that I can sell are the MSI and the amphibian. But let me go grab some autos to talk about, because I'm just going to talk about some autos. I can't sell them on Whatnot. If you guys are interested in any of those, you could email me at triple.e.edc@gmail.com, and I will just show you guys them. I do have a Stitch, but it is auto. Have any of the SIG Hogue knives? No. So one of the things that I really have found out recently is that I like the Macoras. Any Benchmade? Yeah, I had some Benchmade. If you guys are just dropping by, I had Benchmade. So the Benchmades I was selling were the MagnaCut and CF tagged out, the Benchmade Bugout, or Mini Bugout, I should say. And I believe that's it of what I have left. Anyway, the Microtech, I've noticed that the Ultratech is something I really like, but the Macoras have recently been one of the knives that I think are really underrated. I really like the Macoras, I think, better than the Ultratech now. Blade West and a red Macora. So I don't know how the red one came to be. No, I don't know the story about how the red one came to be. So this is the Blade West one that he's talking about, is the orange one, and it sort of has this this deeper orange here, and then it fades into a worn orange, and then it does the same on the blade here. Really cool finish on the Macora. I believe this is the Shadow series or whatever, because it has the clip, even though it's colored. Could be wrong on that though. But I'm curious to hear what the story is, Jeremiah, if you wanna share. But yeah, the Macora is just an awesome knife. It fits the hand, I think, a little bit better. I have large glove size hands than the Ultratech. And it also has a little bit more, I think, it snaps a little bit more, I believe. My personal carry is the, what do you call this? Not the zombie, the biohazard. What was the outbreak? That's the one. The oh, you don't know the story, but these are rarer than the Blade West. Yeah, the Blade West ones are, I think, were widely available. I have not seen too many of the red ones. I don't know what the story is, though. I'd really be curious to know what the story is on these. But yeah, here's the Outbreak version. I like the Outbreak versions that they do on a couple of these. They do this sort of fake blood on here, and it's got the worn, metal look on it. It's got the battle worn finish over here. Yeah. Weather signature are always more limited. Yeah. These are I think they're all signature series, aren't they? Yeah, they're all signature series. Show specials normally these 200 pieces. Oh, that's good information. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, so this one was a show special and these two weren't. Very cool. Yeah, Shadow's the murdered out ones. Yeah, that I realized it as soon as I said it. Because I have a Shadow Stitch here. Yeah. So you asked me if I have a stitch. This is my auto stitch, the DLC. I like the Shadow version they do on these because they really do a nice finish all the way across. Some companies, when they do it in all black, they don't really black everything out the right way. And Microtech does a great job with it. So I haven't tried the Ramlock stitch yet. I have an amphibian somewhere around here. I was going to sell it tonight, but I honestly don't know where I put it. So I guess that one's not getting sold tonight. But that has the fluted DLC. I'm sorry, the fluted aluminum on the amphibian. The auto stitch, though, has a really nice kick. One thing that I think is interesting, I've showed this before, the Microtechs versus Protechs, is the spring is really strong despite the fact that you can actually bend it in like this and it won't kick back out. The Protechs, when if you bend them in slightly, they'll always kick back out. So I don't know how the springs are set up and how that differs exactly, but you still get a really strong kick out of this, even with the heavy blade. And just because I'm in Texas, got to show my Texas pride here. This was a Blade Show Texas knife. I think from last year. This is the Ultratech. Beautiful knife. I love the serrations that Microtech does. Look how aggressive they are. So this is one that I'm selling, not on Whatnot. This is a Marion Hera on the Koenigs. Honestly, I don't know what they're going for. The regular one I'll start at. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could sell it like $750 all day. So maybe I'd start that 700. I'm pretty sure I could sell that 750, 800 all day on the groups. If we have a couple people interested, I would even start it lower. It's just hard to start it with one person interested. But this is a Microtech Hera. I'm sorry, a Marion Hera. Beautiful knife. One thing about the Heras, actually, that I don't think I mentioned, is they really kind of fit I have a large glove size hand. It fits to hold it like this, but it doesn't feel comfortable. I think if you have a slightly smaller hand, like a medium sized hand, this would be comfortable to use, to pierce and to cut regular and EDC. For me, with the large glove size hand, I really feel like I'm riding up too high to get behind it and use it the right way. Is the date on that hair or the chassis or clip? I don't think Marfione puts a date on it. I think they just, because this is the Marfione version, not the regular Microtech version. So I don't think the date is on it. This is an underappreciated knife, the Hogue Counter-Strike. I actually had an issue with this knife. I came down and cut my finger on it, actually. So it chose me in the store, and I actually still have a little bit of numbness in that finger, funnily enough. But these are really cool. This is the collector's edition. It's got anodized screws, carbon fiber top. Look at the milling on the carbon fiber, and then on the aluminum on the back that matches. The Manicore fit, yeah. So which Manicore do you like? I like the Manicore X. I know the Manicore E is a lot of people's favorites for Heretic, but I like the Manicore X. But this Hogue Counter-Strike is really cool. You like both the E and the X? I'm a little sad Hogue hasn't sort of done an upgrade on this with the actuator, because the actuator's a little slick. It's not aggressive at all. But if Hogue was to do that, I think they would, and maybe change the shape of it a little bit, I think they would get a lot more movement. Does what have a lock? This? Is the button carbon fiber? Let me see. No. No, the button's not carbon fiber. Yeah, as far as dual action OTFs, so they don't have a lock. What they do is they have an actuator that just pushes the blade out one way or pulls it back in the other way, and when it's in, it will not come out. No, this won't open in the pocket. Not unless you literally pull this blade down, and it is not easy to do that. Look how it comes back. So no, it should not open in the pocket. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I've never heard of somebody opening a quality OTF in their pocket without doing something stupid, I should say. But that's pretty much true as far as how that works for all of these. None of these have locks. Here's a cool older piece. This is a Crawford Tonto. Crawford was a knife maker who passed away, I believe, and his son, I think, carried on the business. But this is a really cool Altai body liner lock. Nice bronze washer action. I believe it's bronze washer. Yeah, it looks like it's bronze washer. I was wondering whether it was potentially Teflon because of the era that this was in, but no, this is bronze washers. Yeah, this is a cool knife. Tip down only, which is apropos for the era. I believe this is early 2000s. Another cool fixed blade, the Night Watch Knives Ajax. You guys seen a blood groove like this in a knife? It's a big blood groove. I like the finish that they got on this. It's like the Vulcan finish that Medford does. Nice work on the handle. Nice and thick blade. Have any of you guys tried the Tops Cut 4.0? Any of you guys own this knife? It's kind of cool. It's like a karambit, but it's also a regular drop point blade. So it does spin around like a karambit, and then you can just use it like a regular knife. So this one drives my wife a little crazy because I'll flip it around a little bit. Speaking of ones that drive my wife crazy, this I think is the most annoying knife in the world to wives, and I love it for it. So gravity knife, Rayot Exo. This is the original one. Well, I believe it's the original design with no lock on it, but it's not the original. It's not the original version, because the original version I think only came in certain types of micarta. This is the burlap micarta version. I think DLT did a run of these, which is why it's like that. This is a Tonto in 3V. But my wife hates this noise. And I'm sitting here in the corner chuckling. I don't know if you guys do the same thing. Yeah, tempting to get it for the same reason. Exactly. Do I have a Winterblade? I do have a Winterblade. Do I want to sell it? I'm not sure. I don't have an Emerson Combat Karambit. I do have a bunch of Emersons. If you're interested in some Emersons, I could break out one. I was trying to sell the Sheepdog earlier, but I have other ones. Yeah, this is my Winterblade Factor. I haven't tried the Severn. But this thing is really addicting. When I first got it, I didn't get it, meaning I just didn't appreciate it. How much would I start the Emerson, the Sheepdog? Let's see. I think I had the Sheepdog starting at either 180 or 200. Let me see. I think the Sheepdogs are running like 285 right now, and this is the Thunderstorm finish. Yeah, I have it running at 180 with the Wave. I don't know if I would sell the Winterblade, to be honest. I'd probably have to get another one before I sold this one. You guys had just asked if I had one. I think I'm going to hold on to it, though. Let's see. So I've got the Emerson steak knife here, the Emerson Overland Renegade, and the CQC 8. I think these are the ones that I would sell. So if you guys are interested in any of these, I would put them up. These two are Rich Light scales. These two are the regular G10. These are all factory. This does have a I think this is Collis Customs thumb disc. No Tonto. For the Emersons. I don't have a Tonto that I'm selling. I don't think. No, I don't. But I will show you one that you might appreciate. I have the actual Emerson. It's called the Emerson Tonto. And these are the right-hand chisel grind ones from Tactical Elements. So these, I believe, had steel flame clips. Came with micarta scales. I've got 2 Koi Collis Custom thumb discs on these. Am I selling the autos? So you can email me at triple.e.edc@gmail.com to inquire about the autos, but I cannot sell them on Whatnot. It is against the app rules. So I am happy to do that. Yeah, I'm happy to discuss that offline. Yeah, so as far as my collection, I do have a crazy collection. I've got hundreds of knives. And so that's kind of why I decided to get on Whatnot and do some sales. I figured I need to get rid of a few. I've just got too many at this point, and I got to reduce the collection a little bit. If you guys just want to see some crazy stuff, I've got, here's an Evo 3.0. How do I store them all? So I have Holman Hatfield. I have Holman Hatfield Armadas, 3 of them, and I also have 3 of their Armory Pros, and that's not even enough. So this is a ProTech Malibu Ultimate Custom, hand engraved. Here is a Rosenti Custom Snafu. Yeah, so I showed my Mordax earlier. This is a modded Mordax with thumb studs, flipper delete. Yeah, that Malibu is crazy. I am selling. Selling what? Which one are you asking for? The Mordax? No, I'm keeping the Mordax. I just got the Mordax. Rubies, yeah. Thoughts on what? Jeremiah, thoughts on what? One of the things, though, I'll say with this is there's a little bit of detent lash. I don't know if that's from the mods because it came modded, but that's a little bit annoying. But this is a really cool version, and I like it a lot. I think it started life as a black one with a regular satin blade. Rockstead Higo 2. Keep a decent number of production or sell most of your production for custom. So it depends. A lot of people who buy customs, then they're like, oh, this knife is so nice, I shouldn't use it. And if that's the case, then there's no point in selling your collection. My personal thought is don't get a custom until you're at a point where you have several users, because that custom is probably going to sit in a safe, at least until you feel comfortable enough using it. Your Mordex has the same issue? Well, then maybe it's a Mordax issue. I thought it was a flipper delete issue. Here is a Jason Guthrie Ranger. And a Jason Guthrie Scout. You know, the Jason Guthrie knives are really cool because they have Teflon washers and the action on them is just butter. Here's one that I would sell if you guys are interested. The Rayot, whoops, gotta pull this out first. Rayot T1000. This thing is a beast. This thing is a beast. It has this really cool lock on it. Boom. And now it's basically a fixed blade. You can't close it. And then it pumps the lock back out. And it still has drop shed action. And then you can close them here. And it will not deploy. Is it heavy? I mean, for as much metal as it has, no, but, you know, it's, compared to other knives, yeah, it's a little bit heavy. Because it has a decent amount of metal on it. How much? I think these are, so they're, I think they're all sold out and discontinued at this point, but I think they were like 600 originally. I'll run it here 450, see if we can get, you know, something going. We got the Microtech MSI. By the way, anything that I can't sell on this platform, you could email me, triple.e.edc@gmail.com, because I had a couple of Microtechs, and I can't sell the autos on here. Let's see. Yeah, so the MSI, everyone was all over. I think it's a decent knife. Doesn't really fit my hand as well as I thought it would. The stitch is excellent. I think I'd probably like an aluminum version better. This is the G10 version. You want to see some Spydercos? Yeah, the aluminum scales will probably make it better. Let's put the Spydercos back up. Actually, the other pair of 3 sold. They'll probably hold on to this one. Spyderco Police. Viking knives? No. I might have to get that aluminum stitch, Joe. You don't have to do that, Joe. I appreciate it. G10 has a bad balance. Feels like it wants to roll out of my hand because the handle's so light. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree. What is a serrated blade meant for? All right, RJ, have a good night. I'll definitely try to stop by. Thank you for your first time purchase. So this knife is obviously for some defensive purposes, but let's just call it slashing uh, pork loin. I don't know. Rope cutter, sure. Let's call it that. Let's see. All right, we've been running about an hour and 16 minutes. I am nearing the end of sort of what I can do tonight. If you guys want to see any other knives or have, just let me know real quick because we'll probably be ending in about 5 minutes or so. Run the sheepdog? Sure. Demco? All right, let's run the sheepdog. This one? You want the chaparral? This is the Demco. And let's go ahead and get that sheepdog back out here. Yeah, I'll run the chaparral in a second. Let's find the sheepdog. Got too many knives out here, guys. Here we go. Here's the sheepdog. All right. We'll go ahead and run the sheepdog. Pin it. Let's get it going. So this titanium Spyderco, we'll give you a price in it on just a second. Let me just get to this first. We'll go ahead and run this, and I'll think of a price on the titanium Spyderco while we're going. Let's go ahead and run it. All right, Heinz is winning. Got 180 on this. These go for 280, so this is a steal right now. Currently, you pay 280 plus shipping from the mothership, which is the only place you can buy Emerson knives. So you're looking at about $300 if you want one of these normally. And it looks like Heinz is going to get it. 5 seconds left. 180. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Congrats, Heinz. Won the auction. Great steal on this one. All right. This chaparral looks like, I believe they're discontinued. I think they were 300 something originally. You really can't get them. I believe they were like 300, 350. I think 330 originally. I'll run this at 250 if you want it. Should I run it? Let's see. I'll run it, see what happens. This is running right now. 250. These were 330 originally, discontinued. You cannot get them. Step titanium, Spyderco Chaparral, CTS XHP, 15 seconds. No bidders, no bidders. I do not have any Kaiser. All right, no sale. Run the Demco. All right, let's run the Demco. All right, this is going to run at 180 start. This was originally a $340 knife, something like that, from Knife Center. Titanium scales. This is 3V, made in Taiwan. This is really, the 80-20.5 is an awesome size. This is the shark foot version. Let's go ahead and start the auction here. Starting at 180. We've got our first bid, 180. Anyone going to come in and take it? Ramrod still winning, 14 seconds. 13, 12. It's going to go for a steal at 180. Three seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Congrats, Ramrod, for your first purchase. What a steal on this. Fantastic. Congratulations. All right. Zero tolerance. Do I have any ZTs that I would let go? Let's see. I think I only have a couple ZTs right now, and those I'm going to hold on. Before I end, let me know if you guys are interested in any of these. Ziphius. I was letting that go for a pretty good price. The Hogue Deca. Benchmade Bugout. Hogue Misto. Benchmade Tagged Out. MSI. K390 Police in G10. Used, but going for a steal of a price at $100 start. These are like 300 on the secondary in like new condition. So these are, I believe, 340 new. Let me see what I had this listed at. I think I had this listed at like 225 or something like that. Maybe 250. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I had this listed at 250. These could go for 340 all day, brand new. And this is in basically new condition. It hasn't been used. Which one? This one? You want me to run the tagged out? I'll run it and see what happens. Starting the tagged out, 250. Let's go. It's currently running, 23 seconds. No bidders yet, 250. These run for 340 new. Ten seconds. Clinton bidding 250. Who's going to steal it from him? All right, Clinton, congrats on the purchase. This is a beautiful knife, by the way. You're going to really like this one. Congrats on that. All right. Unless there's anything else, I think I'm going to wrap up here. I've got the Model 2 here. American Blade Works. Buck Spitfire. The Chavez 229 Rendition. Chisel Grind. All right, I think I will wrap up then. What's the start on the Model 2 and the Deca? Then, let's see. So this Deca, we'll go ahead and start the Deca at, you know what, if there's still some bidders, let's start it at $100. This is a $200 knife all day. The Deca is, and the Model 2 is a $300 knife. I would start this at $225. These are still pretty sought after. Magna Cut. And the Chavez, these are like $350. I probably was going too cheap earlier. Let's go $250 on these. I know I can sell this $350 all day, no problem. triple.e.edc@gmail.com. triple.e.edc@gmail.com. That's the email. So if you guys saw any of the autos that you were wanting, triple.e.edc@gmail.com. Best place to reach me. Okay, I think I will end it here then. Thank you guys for joining. Congrats to all you guys that won. And this was an interesting. You want me to run the Chavez? Oh, I got someone who wants to run the Chavez. All right, good hanging out with you too, Joe. Let's run the Chavez 250. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. We're going to start the Chavez 250. This will be the last auction of the night, and let's go. What is the chisel grind? Kick stop. All right, no sale. All right, so let's wrap up and have a good night. Yeah, it was a hell of a deal. I was waiting for somebody to pick this up, but I guess not. Have a great night, guys. And the American Blade Works. I had it. So these are like 300 new. I was going to run it at 225. This is pretty much brand new. So, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me so that you can get notices when I do sales. Email me triple.e.edc@gmail.com. I'm always curious also to hear you guys' feedback. Let me know what I can do better on the show. This is my first one, so let me know if there's some other way that I should be running it. But I wanted to run it a little bit different than some of the other guys on here. So thanks for joining me, and have a great night. Let me see if there's a raid we can go to. Let's have you raid Sasquatch Republic. I don't know if they're good or not, but we'll try it. Or Snowcat Deals. Snowcat Deals is new. Let's try them.